Raynell!
Mom?
What are you doing out here?
Nothing.
Girl, get in here and get dressed. What you doing?
Seeing if my garden growed.
I told you it's not gonna grow overnight.
It don't look like it never gonna grow.
I told you a watched pot never boils.
This ain't even no pot.
You just give it a chance. It'll grow. Now come on and do what I told you. We better be getting ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I bet your name is Raynell.
Uh-huh.
Is your mama home?
Mama! Mama, there's some man out here!
Corey, look
Wow.
here! Corey!
Look at you, man. Look at you. Don't you look good, Rose? Corporal of the United States Marines.
What took you so long?
You know how the Marines are, Mama. They gotta get all their paperwork straight before they let you do anything.
Well, I'm sure glad you're home.
Corporal of the United States Marines. Corey, look at Raynell. Ain't she precious? She's gonna break a whole lot of hearts.
Raynell, this is your brother Corey. Don't you remember him?
No, ma'am.
She don't remember me, Mama.
Well, we talk about you. Come on, come and say hello to your brother.
Hi.
Hi. So you're Raynell? Mama told me a lot about you.
Y'all come on inside and let me make you a big old breakfast.
No, I ain't hungry, Mama. Thanks.
You can fix me a sandwich, Rose. I'll be there in a minute.
Corey, you sure you don't want nothing?
No thanks, Mama. I'll just get something later.
Raynell, go on upstairs and get dressed like I told you to. All right, I'll go make breakfast.
So, I hear you're thinking about getting married?
Yeah, I done found the right one, Lions.
Yeah, me and Bonnie have been split up about 4 years now. Guess she just got tired of all the changes I was putting her through. Always knew you was gonna make something out of yourself. Always had your head in the right direction. So, you gonna stay in, make a career, put in your 20 years?
I don't know. I got 6 already. I think that's enough.
Stick with Uncle Sam and retire early. Ain't nothing out here. I guess Rose told you what happened with me. They got me down at the workshop.
How much time you doing?
They gave me 3 years. I got the beat now. I ain't got but 9 more months. It ain't so bad. You learn to deal with it like anything else. You gotta take the crickets with the straights. That's what Papa used to say.
You still playing?
Corey, you know I'm gonna do that. It still helps me get out of bed in the morning. As long as I do that, I'm gonna be right there playing and trying to make some sense of it. Let me go on and get these eggs, man. Get ready to go, Bear Papa. How you doing? Doing alright?
Hi.
Hi.
Did you used to sleep in my room?
Yeah, that used to be my room.
That's what Papa called it, Corey's room. It got your football in the closet.
Raynell, get in there and get your good shoes on.
Mama, I can't wear these. The mother one hurt my feet.
Well, they're just gonna have to hurt for you for today because when we were in the store, you didn't say anything about them hurting your feet.
They didn't hurt them. My feet done got bigger.
Don't you give me no back talk now. Go inside and put them on. Corey, ain't too much has changed. You still got that piece of rag tied to that tree. He was out here swinging that bat. It was just ready to go back into the house. He swung that bat, and then he just fell over. Seems like he swung it and then stood there with that grin on his face, and then he just fell over. They carried him down onto the hospital, but I knew there was no need. Why don't you come on into the house?
Mama, I got something to tell you. I don't know how to tell you this, but I've got to tell you. I'm not going to Papa's funeral.
Boy, hush your mouth. That's your daddy you're talking about. I don't want to hear that kind of talk this morning. I done raised you to come to this. You're standing there all healthy and grown talking you ain't going to your daddy's funeral?
Mama, listen.
I don't want to hear it, Corey. You just get that thought out of your head.
I can't drag Papa with me everywhere I go. I've got to say no to him. One time in my life, I've got to say no.
Don't nobody have to listen to nothing like that. I know it, you and your daddy ain't seen eye to eye, but I ain't got to listen to that kind of talk this morning. Whatever was between you and your daddy, the time has come to put it aside. Just take it and set it over there on the shelf and forget about it. Disrespecting your daddy ain't gonna make you a man, Corey. You gotta find a way to come to that on your own. Not going to your daddy's funeral ain't gonna make you a man.
The whole time I was growing up, living in this house, Papa was like a shadow that followed you everywhere. It weighed on you and sunk into your flesh. It could wrap around you and lay there until you couldn't tell which one was you anymore. That shadow digging in your flesh, trying to crawl in, trying to live through you. Everywhere I looked, Troy Maxon was staring back at me, hiding under the bed, in the closet. I'm just saying, I've got to find a way to get rid of that shadow, Mama.
You just like him. You got him and you good.
Don't tell me that, Mama.
You're just Troy Maxon all over again.
I don't want to be Troy Maxon. I want to be me.
You can't be nobody but who you are, Corey. That shadow wasn't nothing but you growing into yourself. You either got to grow into it or cut it down to fit you. Your daddy wanted you to be everything he wasn't, and at the same time he tried to make you into everything he was. He wasn't always right. Sometimes when he touched, he bruised, and sometimes when he took me into his arms, he cut. When I first met your daddy, I thought, here's a man I can lay down with and make a baby. That's the first thing I thought when I seen him. I was 30 years old, and I'd done seen my share of men. But when he walked up to me and said, I can dance a waltz that'll make you dizzy, I thought, Rose Lee, here's a man that you can open yourself up to and be filled to bursting. One of them empty spaces was being somebody's mother. I married your daddy and settled down to cooking his supper and keeping clean sheets on the bed. When your daddy walked through the house, he was so big he filled it up. That was my first mistake, not to make him leave some room for me, for my part in the matter. But at the same time, I wanted that. I wanted a house that I could sing in, and that was what your daddy gave me. To keep up his strength, I had to give up little pieces of me. I took on his life as mine and mixed up the pieces so that you couldn't hardly tell which was anymore. It was my choice. It was my life, and I didn't have to live it like that. But that's what life offered me in the way of being a woman, and I took it. I grabbed hold of it in both hands. Like I'd been blessed to relieve any part of my life. And if the Lord see fit to keep up my strength, I'm gonna do her just like your daddy did you. I'm gonna give her the best of what's in me.
Hi.
Hi. You in the Army or Marines?
Marines.
Papa said it was the Army. Did you know Blue?
Hear it ring, hear it ring. I had a dog, his name was Blue. You know Blue was mighty true. You know Blue was a good old dog. Blue treed a possum in a hollow log. You know from that he was a good old dog. Hear it ring, hear it ring.
Blue treed a possum out on a limb. Blue looked at me and I looked at him. Grabbed that possum and put him in a sack. Blue stayed there till I came back. Old Blue's feet was big and round. Never allowed a possum to touch the ground. Old Blue died and I dug his grave. I dug his grave with a silver spade. Laid him down with a golden chain. And every night I call his name. Go on Blue, you good dog you. Go on Blue, you good dog you. Blue laid down and died like a man. Blue laid down and died.
Corey, we're gonna be ready to go in a minute.
Alright, you go on in the house and change your shoes like your mama told you so we can go to Papa's funeral.
Okay, I'll be back.
Let's go, honey. Let's go, it's time.
Hey, Rose.
Gabe!
I'm here, Rose. Rose, I'm here.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Look, Lions, he's here. Told you to let him come.
How you doing, Uncle Gabe?
Hey, Rose, it's time to tell St. Peter to open the gates. You ready, Troy? I'm gonna tell St. Peter to open the gates. You ready? You better get ready, Troy.
The bird machine. Check.